Hello. Why is that always? I want to start like we're in showbiz.
Right? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone. I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah.
And today we are going to talk about meeting each other's families for the first time.
How long ago? 4.5 years ago?
Yeah, a little over 4.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. We have an interesting family situation, at least compared to each other.
Yeah. So,
basically, they're both American.
Yeah,
so
right.
we're the similarities and.
All right. So how do we wanna start? I guess we can start like this. First, were you nervous to meet my family?
Absolutely. I'm typically nervous to meet people for the first time, especially when I'm the only new person there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's extra pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But my family's really small. Like even my extended family, like our family gatherings are never more than like 8 people.
Yeah.
I feel like 12 was maybe the most. Last year we had like 12 or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. But your family is so much bigger. And I like dove in.
I don't remember what the first.
I don't remember what the first. I think Thanksgiving was the first big. And then I think the following summer I met your like whole family at that reunion.
Because are we doing like immediate family or just like whole family?
I think both.
Whole family?
Oh.
Because when did you first meet my immediate family? We started dating in April, May.
Probably your birthday?
Oh, my birthday.
Yeah.
Was Darren here when we first started dating?
I don't remember.
I don't think he was here. So, yeah, it would have been my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, okay, so I wasn't, like, nervous to meet your family, but, like, the first time I met your mom and your sister was, like, an accident.
Yeah. So you had no preparation, which, I mean, that means you weren't as nervous.
Right? We were on a date, and we were walking past a restaurant on Alberta, and I saw someone in the inside, and I was like, oh, they look kind of familiar. That's weird.
And then I saw my mom's car, and I was
she looks familiar. That's really weird. And then Sarah was like, oh, hey, that's my mom and my sister.
Weren't they going, or they were leaving the place we were going in?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Portland can be really small.
But, I mean, not to be, like, cocky or anything, but, like, I wasn't really nervous to meet your family because I feel like most families, like me.
Yeah.
And stuff, so I wasn't like...
That's true. I don't know why. I mean, I've never really... I guess most families do like me, especially parents.
I was going to say parents like me, so then usually all the other ones are like, oh, the parents like them, so...
Yeah. I guess I get more nervous that I'm going to be awkward. And they're going to be like, well, she was weird. Not like I don't like her, but just like, I don't know, she's a little awkward.
So back to what she was saying.
I'm still not confident that wasn't how I came across, but...
You did not come off awkward.
I've at least grown on them.
But back to what she was saying earlier, the first time you met, like, my entire, like, extended family.
Was, like, how many people... Were you talking about family again?
Yeah, it was like 100 people.
There were literally 100 people at a family reunion. They had to, like, rent a space to go and do this, like... basically banquet. It was
our family
crazy.
reunion is we do it. Well, I didn't do it this year obviously because of COVID, but we do it every single year and it's in 3 parts. So the first day is just like the everyone getting in, like the banquet, like what she said. The second day is like a huge thing in a park and there's more people there. Yeah. So actually the second day the
barbecue.
That one probably had like 150 or so, maybe. Somewhere around there. And then the third day is church.
Yeah, it was... if you know me, I'm really bad with names. So if you know me from a long time ago and run into me on the street or something and I look nervous, that's probably why. I will remember you, I just won't remember your name.
Yeah.
So meeting, like, I didn't meet every single person that was there, but that was the most names I've been introduced, or most people I've been introduced to. In that short of a time period.
Mm-hmm. I just told her that she can just always ask me who somebody is.
And I still do.
Yeah.
I always remember, like, the stories attached to each person. I just forget their name.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because there's so many, like, juniors and, like, so many people that go by nicknames. And sometimes they go by both. And I'm like, I don't know.
The first time I met your whole extended family had to... Oh, it was at Bollywood Theater.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I will say I was really nervous for that. I was super nervous because I just had a stomach flu.
Oh, so we went to an Indian restaurant.
So I like couldn't eat anything. So I was like half eating.
I'm so sorry.
But then I was like, I didn't want to like not be eating anything.
Seem weird?
Yeah, I don't want to seem weird, and I didn't want to be like, oh, I just had I'm getting over a stomach flu.
Yeah.
I was like over it, but like I was just nervous about eating still because you're just still nervous after like a week of having a stomach flu.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I met like your extended family, and then like some of your family friends and stuff too.
And then my dad's wedding, you met like that side of my family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because my family, maybe that's why my family's small, because it's so, like, you really only meet like half of my family at a time these days.
Mm-hmm. I met your dad pretty quick because we had that dinner party at the house.
Yeah. And
I met her dad and her grandma.
Did I prep you before you met any of my family? Like,
You
Parent Trap
me on. You kind of prepped me on that one because you're like, my dad's gonna be there and then his mom is gonna be there. Mm-hmm. This is not like this is his grandma, and then later you're like, you'll meet my mom's grandma.
Yeah.
Who else was there? I think
I still to this day would like a family tree with photos. I would like my Parent Trap experience of learning your family with a printed out poster.
I'll make it a video.
I need a booklet.
I'll make a video so that it's like you can see how crazy
How about a slideshow? I want a slideshow.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I guess we both, I mean, that's how it goes. We met each other's families in like segments. My segments were bigger because my family's bigger, so it was like my immediate family, which is like 9 people, and then like some extended family, and then it was like almost all the extended family.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy because we had been dating like, I don't know, like 5 years ago, or maybe like 6 or something like that, when my grandpa was still alive, they were bigger than that.
Yeah.
So like it would have been even crazier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always really interesting because it's like meeting someone's family. Everyone's family is like their own little universe, you know? It explains so much usually about the person. So it's always interesting if you don't meet your significant other's family, or even just your friend's family, like early on in knowing them, and then when you finally do meet them, you're like,
Okay, I will say my entire family, like extended family and all, like loves her. The first Thanksgiving, was it the first one or the second one? I don't remember. But like one of those ones, she made the cherry pie. Mm-hmm. And my whole family, it was the first dessert gone. She made one? You made
so
one?
So proud.
I think, you made one of them.
Yeah.
And then the next year, she didn't come and there wasn't a cherry pie. And my entire family was like, hi. And then they're like, wait, where's Sarah?
Where's Sarah? Where's the pie?
I was like, oh, she's at her thing. And then they're like, so cherry pie or no? And so there wasn't cherry pie, and they were actually all like really sad. And then the next year she brought 2 cherry pies, and they were both gone first again.
Yeah, I think did I make?
Oh, you made a specific one for your grandma, for my grandma.
Yeah, I made 3. I made one specifically for your grandma, one for everybody else, and then one for my grandma, like for my family's Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna do another video where we talk about sharing holidays when you have multiple families.
It's fun, not fun.
Yeah, it's really challenging. This year, honestly, that was a huge stress
relief.
Yeah,
this year was.
There was no pressure to decide on where we're going. We're like, no, we don't have to decide this year. That was great. I mean, obviously, we both missed both of our families, but that's always a stressor in the holiday season, is trying to figure out who you get to spend time with. But we'll do another video kind of unpacking that.
What was your first impression on meeting my immediate family?
I was like, oh, your guys' family is so fun. Not that my family isn't fun, but I'm like, there's just not a lot of us. Mm-hmm. So like meeting my immediate family is really meeting my mom and my sister, and then eventually my dad. But I spent most of my childhood with my mom and my sister. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, meeting your family, it's so much like louder in a good way. So I think like everyone in your family was like, oh gosh, who's gonna think this is chaotic and crazy? And I'm like,
oh, they did.
No, this felt like alive. My family's like, our house was always so quiet, like especially once my older sister, like she's 3 years older, so obviously she moved out once she turned 18, so like I had 3 years where I'm like it was just me and my mom in this house. A lot of quiet time. Yeah, so I love busy families like yours.
Yeah.
Where there's like, it's just like your home is so alive.
It definitely is a very busy family. And then they like separated, and then like I think when we started dating was when like everyone came back.
Yeah, everyone came back, and it was just everyone is it's so individual. It was so interesting to see such a large family and see how different every sibling is. Like I only have one sibling, and me and my sister, while we are very different, we also, when we're around each other, are so similar. Like we have a very similar voice. We have the same sense of humor. Like. Since it was just the two of us, like most of our childhood experiences were together, like just the two of us or with friends, whatever. But your family, since there's so many of you, it's like you guys are so individual, and it's interesting to watch how different your guys' relationship is, even like between each other. You know, like I only have one sibling relationship, but you have so many. Yeah. So it was really interesting to see.
I was gonna say like 2 years ago was the first time that my entire family was together on Christmas.
And so that feels like the only way I know your family now is like.
Yeah, I was gonna say my family had such a weird time because everyone was separate and gone for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Or like 4 years when, like really when like Darren went off to the Air Force, but. Yeah, so then you kind of met everyone when it was like everyone was coming back together again.
Yeah, I didn't get to ease into it. You were
no.
Just like, what about mine? What did you think when you first met my family?
I could tell how close you were with your sister and your mom from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I could tell like how close you guys were because, I mean, when I met Kim and Sydney for the first time, they were like, I don't know, was it lunch or something? Yeah, it had to have been like lunch or something. And then like you guys were all talking, I was like, I could also tell because you told me that like it was kind of just you three, so I already had the feeling of, okay, they're going to be really close. But then when I like really met you guys and I was like, oh, they're like super
yeah,
close.
we just go out to meals together
like my family's
on
too
the regular.
big to be this close.
Yeah, I was going to say like there's just for you to have a relationship with everyone in your family, you can't be as close as like my family is just because there's only so much time of the day.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting to see the differences.
And then when I met your dad at like dinner party, I heard your dad was super cool.
Yep.
He kind of reminded me of like my old neighbor. Like he's just like a older kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an adult kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is like my favorite kind of adult.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I thought your family was cool when I first met him.
Yeah. And
they liked me, so I was like, yes. Especially, okay, that was also a big thing because they were so close. I was like, they have to like me or I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, I think their biggest thing is that because I am so sensitive, they could see, them just seeing how happy you made me and like how just genuinely kind were to each other and are to each other. They were like, okay, this is a good fit.
I remember I just found out, Jeremy, her sister's boyfriend, told me or was saying that like when I first met him at this party at Sydney's house, he thought I was being like super possessive of Sarah because I was like standing next to her and like holding her hand the whole time, and I was like, no, I just didn't know anyone there because it was like all of their friends. So and I'm like, this is the first time. I think that was like one of the first times like actually meeting Sydney too.
Sydney's my sister.
So yeah, her sister, and I was just like, I don't know anybody here. This is really weird.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I was glad that we went to the dinner version of meeting your family first and not like the big barbecue, because I was like, that is for an awkward person, for a introvert, mingling party is really not ideal. I'd rather have like a sat down, like, okay, these are my main people. Definitely.
But I think that is it for today. Hope you guys like this video.
To both of our families that watch, we love you.
Hello.
We miss you.
Hit that like and subscribe button. We really, really appreciate that. And I hope your holiday season is going well. I hope you're enjoying family as you can, calling them on the phone, even like some video messaging. But have a good time and enjoy your family. Call your family. Tell them you love them. All right, we'll see you next time.
I lip glossed you.
You did.